Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for the post-game of the North Carolina A&T State Florida A&M MEAC semifinal matchup. Aggies won this one 65-61 to advance to tomorrow's championship game. We're joined now by head coach Tarrell Robinson, along with student athletes Cece Foy and Kayla Green. Coach, if you could start us off with an opening statement, please.
Yeah, well, first want to congratulate Coach LaDon Gibson and her Lady Rattlers making it to the semis a consecutive year. And they gave us everything they got. I was telling our ladies to start the game, we won big at FAMU, but once after Thursday and Monday starts, regular season doesn't mean anything. We've had a lot of upsets thus far. FAMU actually had one earlier to put themselves in this position. And this is tournament basketball, and you've got to respond. You got to understand people are going to make runs, and you got to find a way to make a run yourself. So I say that to say I'm extremely proud of my young women. They're doing what they've done all year: faced adversity, face up, and then found a way to overcome, the obstacle in front of us.
Questions?
Coach, in the last minute or so, defensively, it looked like you went after them and they couldn't find a shot in the last 2-3 possessions. Is that kind of what you were calling for next month?
Yeah, and that's what I was just talking about in terms of this group. Like, they find a way when we need to get stops, when we need a basket to find it. Someone on the floor, makes the play, and that's the way it's been all year, especially on the defensive end. So, yeah, number 11, she was on fire. She got him right back into the game. And we had to find her. We had to find a couple their other shooters and find ways to to contest their shots and then come up with the rebound.
It seems like it were 2 or 3 points in the game where it seemed like you kind of put them down and they kind of came back. Is that just their toughness tournament play? Or?
The three ball does that for you. The 3-ball does that, and they got hot. Number 11, she got hot. She hit, I think, 3 in a row. We were up by 11 or 12, and next thing you know, it's a 3-point game, and that's what that can, that's what that shot can do for you. And we talked about a few times we let her get away, a few times we didn't hedge hard on screens, and she took advantage of it. She's a big-time player, really good player. Really admire her and her skill set.
Now, you were sitting here a couple of years ago, but holding up the nets. Now you're in the championship game again, but you turned over the whole team. Can you just talk about getting back here with a new group?
Well, yeah, a new group, but this young lady beside me and Consuelo Story were a part of that championship team, and it always starts with leadership and your seniors, making sure that our culture, our standards are still met by, new players coming in, which is a young lady like this young lady right here, which is her first year, and a few of our other sophomores and freshmen. So it's all about, having quality leadership and then understanding these situations. It takes what it takes, and that's what Kayla and Consuelo Story have been preaching all year.
Everyone calls you Cece, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm just curious, how do you pronounce it?
Sequoia.
Oh, so I would have been right.
What kind of went through you guys' mind? I think you were, I don't know how many, but you had a good lead, Florida A&M, 3-3, bang, bang, bang. Suddenly it's a 3-point game, 1-point game. How do you get out of that?
We just knew we had to keep up the energy and defend. Like, all we know is defend. So when adversity hits us, we just know that we need to defend, force turnovers for them, and execute offensively. So that's what we tried to do, and that's what happened.
Okay, Coach said, forget we blew them out, in regular season, forget they were 12 seed. Did you guys buy that, or did it take some of the game to be like, hey, this is a different Florida now?
Well, we started off slow, but we didn't think that we were just going to get handed the game. No, if that's your question. We just knew that from Coach Rob saying when the tournament comes, it's a new season, so we just had to face adversity and defend.
Kayla, being part of that previous championship team, you don't really have a break. You guys are going at it tomorrow. What are the conversations going to be like with your teammates to kind of make sure that they're focused and they're honing in on the moment? You've been there and kind of done that.
First things first, that we take care of our bodies. We kind of stayed in the locker room that everybody tonight is taking an ice bath. Just make sure we have fresh legs for tomorrow, and then just being able to focus, going over scout, when we watch this game, making sure that we're looking at who we're going to be guarding and how we're going to be guarding them to shut them down tomorrow.
Coach, if you don't mind, did you sort of preview this game we're about to see between these two teams?
Oh, Bethune and Hampton?
I'm not going to ask you who you'd rather play or anything like that. Just your thoughts about the two teams.
Yeah, I think it's, the two teams with two coaches who have the same mindset as us, defense first. I think in terms of offensively, I think Bethune really relies on their offense to score. And, Hampton relies on their defense to score. Two great coaches, David Six and Vanessa Blair. I have a tremendous amount of respect for them and their players, and it's going to be an exciting game. We're going to sit and watch, and we'll figure out, once the dust settles, who we play.
And one more, last one for me. Your last loss was to Hampton, I believe.
I can't remember, was it?
I can confirm that, yes.
Your last loss was a while ago.
Yeah.
I was wondering, from that loss, and you've been on a nice run since then, did anything change? Did anything click in with the team?
Yeah. You talk about us having turned over a new group. We have, I think, 6 or 7 sophomores, a freshman, 3 seniors, and a junior. And we were undefeated in conference, and I thought, Hampton caught us when we were sleeping. I thought they caught us when we were comfortable. It was, our pink game. We was wearing our nice pinks. And it's funny, I told them, I'm not going to say this word, but I told them, y'all dressed in pink, playing like pink, but again, what I've said about this group all year and our leadership, they respond, and where we are today is because of that. They listen, they bounce back everything that's been thrown at us, and it starts with, this young lady right here in Consuelo Story.
Coach, the talk of this tournament, on the men's side at least, has been about the parity, about anybody can win. You had 3 regular season champions, all sorts of, and we've even seen that on the women's side with some of the upsets, especially in the first round. But
Yes.
You're going to play a championship game tomorrow, either against the only team to beat you in conference play, or a team you beat them and gave them their only loss in conference play. Is the parity of this league maybe a little underrated?
Absolutely. That you just said it. 2 great teams on the other side that we have to play, and a lot of good teams. On this side, got knocked off. Again, hats off to Florida A&M for putting themselves in this position. South Carolina State having beat Howard. It's a lot of parity, especially on the road. And we're just excited to be a part of this. We're excited to be a part of this tournament, and hopefully we'll be crowned as champions and cutting down nets tomorrow.
I just want to know what it was like for you playing your second championship game in 3 years. You had a really good tournament 2 years ago, really good games today. Can you just describe what it's like to play another MEAC championship game?
Well, it's not something that we didn't expect. The group of girls that we have are young ladies. I'm really proud of them and how much they've grown over the season and all the adversity we faced in preseason, coming to conference and turning back around after our 1 loss. But I'm really excited to be back here and ready to get this win.
Whoever we play.
All right, congratulations on the win, and good luck tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.